Hey everybody, Corey with Scale Modeling here. Welcome back to the hashtag under 1000 group build. Um, I, I did it again and I didn't get the footage when I began here. So I'll just tell you what I've done. I primed this with Stynylrez Gray for the main body tracks, and then the canvas pieces I use a sand tone Stynylrez, and then the back one canvas cover I added some olive green primer to that, so it's a little, you can't really tell it here because of the lights, but it's a little bit more green. I didn't want them both looking exactly the same. So, and then I have, after priming, I've done the first, I've done the base coats of the German gray, Panzer gray, whatever you want to call it. So, and that's basically what I use here is the MIG ammo gray base, and then the mid-tone is the gray light base, and then the gray shine is the highlight. And I've already applied those. So now I'm ready to start working on the details, hand painting of the details, painting the tracks and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be doing that next, and I'll come back and give you a look-see when I'm done with that. See you in a bit. Hey everybody, just popping in real quick to give a little bit of an update here on painting of some of the details. You can see the bowl heads, I've highlighted those, painted the tracks, wheels, rubber tires on the wheels, road wheels and stuff. Painted the two front tires and installed them. Painted the seats. Pretty much got all that detail stuff done. The only thing left to do on the detail side before I put any decals that I'm going to put on it is do the scratching, which will be next. Not going to use, but most of the, since it's wood, and usually wood, basically you would have it flaky, but I don't think I'm going to do that on there. So not going to be a whole lot of scratching stuff done. A little bit on the fenders, the hood, that kind of thing. So we'll be back. Hey everybody, just back for a quick little look here. I have the half track all finished. It's totally done. I don't want to reveal that right now. Getting ready to, as I said, I wanted to do a little bit more on this. I'm going to build a diorama base, and I was thinking about doing, one inside of a frame with some foam and what have you, but just thinking about room, when this thing's done, because I don't want it to take up a huge amount of space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make like a vignette, and the diorama base will be the base that I'm building here out of. I'm going to be using modeling clay. Sorry if you hear pounding and stuff. There is remodeling going on upstairs in the apartment above us. So I'm going to use DOS air dry clay for the base. Then I'm also going to be doing some Sculpey firm here that will be going down on top of the DOS. This I'll use for the cobblestone because I'm going to use a roller for that, and you can't use those green stuff rollers on DOS clay. So anyway, I'm going to get busy on that when we get, the general shape done. Hey everybody, just back for a quick look at where we're at. As you can see here, I've been working on the base. So what I did is I made a DAS air dry clay base And then when I let that dry, shaped it the way I wanted it. Then I made a section, which is about, this wide, and as long as the base, with some Sculpey Firm, and use the Green Stuff cobblestone roller and baked that. And then I glued that, and then I used some more Sculpey Gray Firm to make this ruined building wall section, and baked that and glued that in place, and it's also got a back to it, which also helps. It's structural. And then I took some just scraps of Sculpey that I had cut off this section and what have you after I baked it. And then I just chopped those up and I glued those to the base. And now I'm in the process of using the AK Interactive Muddy Ground. And I'm just kind of painting that in to mix it in with the rest of what's there. And then I will be giving it a coat of primer and start painting on this base. So I'll be back when we get to that point. Hey everybody, just back for a real quick look. Got all the debris and everything on there for the most part. I may add some broken, furniture, something like that. And then it's all primed as well. Just use some gray Steinolriz primer, and then I over the top of the up here in the front. I used the AK Interactive Muddy Ground, kind of make that transition a little bit smoother, and then I did the same thing on the back. To do the same. So I think that looks pretty good. One thing you may notice that I did is I cut the wall down. It just kind of was too kind of ominous for it. So I this went up like that, and I shaved that down some. So I think it's looking pretty good here. Now we're just on to the hand painting and of the stones and the wall, weathering, earth colors and that kind of stuff. I'll probably be doing some airbrushing on it and what have you. So we'll do a little bit of that work and then we'll come back. Hey everybody, welcome back, and here with the final on the under 1,000 group bill hosted by Rob at Time Machines Scale Models and Mike at Mike's Workshop. Really appreciate you guys sponsoring this. So what I did is I pretty much, as you can see, I just stitched all my footage all together, and from the beginning to the end. So pretty happy with the way it turned out. Just finished up the detail work, the individual rocks, and added in some of the details like the chairs and broken furniture, and got the guy all painted up in the back of the truck, and did a little bit of more weathering on the wall, and overall just really pleased the way it turned out. Yeah, there'll be some still photos at the end, but so I primarily used the oils on the terrain piece, oils and enamels, a little bit of acrylic, but for the most part I used the oils and enamels. Just got a lot of more smooth blends and that kind of thing out of it. So yeah, so still photos at the end. Thank you again to Mike and Rob for hosting this. I really appreciate it. That's a really cool idea you had to help out those with under 1,000 subscribers. Appreciate it, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.